Okay, so today I thought that it would be a good idea to talk about the used games, mainly for consoles because PCs is mainly non-existent. Pretty much everyone there has switched to digital licensing and DRM essentially. So, um, consoles it's still nothing too bad anyway. Besides, you see online passes that are now going away. EA decided to get rid of them. So anyway, it's been going on for years anyway for consoles that any game. Let's just take this. Killzone 3. I think that it's finally outlived Sony's concern about zero return after the first purchase anyway. Um, it's over 2 years old now, so anything between this and anything released today, it's a concern for any publisher. Because this they sell these $60 day one, and it's up until 5 months where it drops down at $40 in price, and $30, and then from there, from the public, how the public perceives the actual worth of the game and whatnot. Like Burnout Paradise, that's still $17 used at uh, certain retailers anyway, and compared to something like what Haze or something, where it's like you could probably pick that up for $3 used. So anyway, the biggest problem is that um, you know used game retail, they can turn around and sell a copy. They were able to sell a copy of this day one. I've seen these copies like a week later after this was released. They were $55, and the publisher doesn't get any of that money. It all goes right to their used retailers, corporate, their CEO and whatnot, all that anyway. Um, so it was after Battlefield 3, they decided to tack on the online passes, and then Sony soon followed suit. Ubisoft followed suit. Um, and you have a lot of these publishers, hey, we've got these servers to maintain, and this would be a good way to get our, keep money flowing to keep the servers up, right? Well, proves that that wasn't even the point, apparently. So, EA has withdrawn the online passes for, all of their products, and, well, the new debate is whether Xbox One should have kept its policies. Um, whether to make everything, well, you would get, some sort of code here. You get some sort of deal, you'd enter that in, and you would have that license for as long as you have the account. Now, that's one of the problems is that, I could, I could still give away this disc to a friend, or put it up for a garage sale or something, or eBay or anything like that. Someone could just buy it and start playing it. Of course, they wouldn't be able to get into the DLC because that's tied to my online accounts. So that's one of the problems that I still find in a lot of the digital distribution methods. Even Steam, it's not perfect at all because it's not truly free to be able to um, to be able to use any DLC or anything like that. I mean, which is still why I do prefer PC, because you can do modifications, like maps, characters, without usually without any charge to that. So that's what and that's actually what that's a whole other topic anyway. So anyway, it's like a lot of people are still expecting Xbox One to operate more like Steam, and they're there's actually a petition going around to try and get a 360 to go about for their DRM to be to come back. But it's I don't see any if they were to do that, I don't see it being consumer friendly. I mean, Steam is about as consumer friendly as you can get for DRM. It's cheap, um, but you still can't trade your or sell off your games that you've already bought. So as as much as it's kind of a convenience, it's totally not worth it, and especially with a lot of the policies that Microsoft was trying to get into. They said their family, 10 people can get into it, but only one person at a time, one of your friends, could play a game with you. Now, imagine having 10 friends wanting to play a game at the same time, let alone, two other friends trying to play. It's for, just the second person to want to play at the same, they find out, oh, this guy's already playing. Go find something else to do, you bastard. That I just don't see how I don't see how that's appealing at all. So, I hope to, actually see any good use out of some sort of policy like that. In a sense, I think that that's a little bit of bait and switch. So, to be able to say, hey, we can, we're allowing you to be able to share content with your friends and whatnot. Meanwhile, you can only do it for so long. Oh yeah, and that's the other thing, is that you can only share these games for so long. You have to not only did you have to be on someone's friends list for 30 days before you can actually borrow one of their games, and I'm not even sure if, you'd just be able to download it directly from XBLA or something like that, or, Marketplace or whatever, just to be able to start playing it, or if you actually have to have the disc. They didn't say that. And another thing is that they said this, that you can only hold that game on your hard drive for 30 days. You can only play, borrow it once. You can't borrow it twice from the same person. And then you'd have to, go and buy it yourself. Either retail or from their store. And then you'd have to pay for every single game that that you get used. You have to pay a fee just to play it again, or to get it from used game retailer, and then you go home, throw the game in the console, and then you have to pay a fee to play it. I just couldn't support a business model like that. Some people can, and you know what? That's hey, that's your opinion, man. But I just don't see it as a viable solution for everyone, and I hope that the consumers consider that to be a good business practice either. Thanks for watching.